Previously on Frytol Enriching Lives, the audition train stopped at the 3 major regions in Ghana. The hopeful contestants were eager to get started.
And what is it?
The red millet.
Red millet. What can you use red millet for?
It's what we call it's meant for drink. The millet drink, you can use it for drink.
Each doing their best to secure a chance to compete for the prize of 100,000 Ghanaians business investment.
I've taken beans.
Any specific name?
Big. What the name I've known for this is big beans.
They were grilled on how well they knew basic ingredients that are used in cooking.
So it means you're not suitable for the 100,000 Ghana cedi. You waste it when it's giving
The
to
30
you.
contestants that made it through in each zone had the next hurdle to climb, the question and answer section.
Can you cook? You got the skills, you got the look. Believe in yourself. Frytol Enriching life. Wanna be a star. Frytol Enriching life. Wanna own a business. Frytol Enriching life. Climb to the top. Frytol Enriching life.
Hello and welcome once again. This is the Frytol Enriching Lives competition, the biggest reality cookery TV show. This show is brought to you by Frytol. Frytol cooking oil is the flagship product of Wilmar Africa Limited. This show promises to be exciting, entertaining, and educative all the way. There's so many things you're going to learn about food that you never ever knew before. Last week, we all witnessed what happened at the first stage of auditions. I'm sure you enjoyed all the drama. Well, on the show with us today is Chef Joe and Eva and Jero. Welcome once again.
Thank you very much.
Week 2 of Frytol Enriching Lives. How do you feel about it so far, Eva?
I'm excited. I think it's getting intense, don't you think?
The contestants and their followership, I think it's getting a bit intense, and then people are like, who is it? What do I do? How do I help you to win this thing? And so, but let's see where it takes us to.
Yeah. But rightly so. The amount at stake is huge.
Very.
Definitely
100,000
huge.
Ghana cedis.
It's big.
Yeah.
Business investment.
Yes.
I mean, hey, who wouldn't like that?
I can.
We are not playing. We are not playing here.
I know. Frytol is doing such a
definitely.
good job.
Yes,
Such a
definitely.
good job. I think this will certainly get the youth motivated and, you know, it will provide a ray of hope. You know?
Totally. I'm so excited about that, in that if for once a brand has thought of people in the culinary world and thought they are valuable,
Exactly.
and so want to invest that much in them, why not?
Why not?
I'm all for it.
And I think it's with the times. Everybody
it.
is about their lifestyles these days. It's about what they're eating most of all. You know,
Thank
eating
you.
healthy. So I think it's
It's
very
the right
timely.
time. Yes, it's the right
Very
time.
timely.
Exactly.
Especially where you have an oil that is cholesterol free,
Exactly.
notwithstanding it has a high rate of burning. You put it on, when we say that in our palate, it means that you put it on fire, you fry it. It takes a long time before it smokes,
Wow.
as compared to some other oils that smokes very readily. This one
Very
takes a
right.
long time to smoke, and so it's a better quality.
Wow.
And if after that it will not give me cholesterol, so it means you can even use it in the dressing preparations of your dressings, not
Exactly.
just fry and let it go,
Exactly.
but actually incorporate it into recipes. So
Wow.
Wow.
That's
Let's
brilliant.
go for
Jones
us.
knows a lot about our brand.
Well,
Great.
so yes, salad dressings. I mean, everybody's into healthy eating.
Healthy eating.
You know, I think salads and vegetables play a big role when it comes to that, you know. So if there's an oil that can be used for the dressings, it's wonderful. I think it's brilliant.
Definitely.
I hope we're going to see more salads in the
Exactly.
task that you give out. So as we said last week, as part of the auditions, we did say that our contestants will have to go through a Q&A session where they will be tested on what they know about entrepreneurship. We'll just go for a break. Don't go away.
So don't forget your onions, but most importantly, choosing the right oil makes all the difference. That is why I always choose Frytol.
So what's the story behind Frytol?
At Wilma, where Frytol is made, each and every worker wakes up with you in mind.
Really?
And for the millions of other homes too. There, the experts ensure every bottle of Frytol is rich with great tastes that creates memories to last the lifetime. That is why I add required amounts of Frytol to taste. Frytol is a cholesterol-free oil fortified with vitamin A.
Now I know why you cook with Frytol.
Yes, and it's the choice of cooking oil in millions of other homes.
Yes, Dad.
Enjoy great tasting meals with Frytol, a cholesterol-free cooking oil fortified with vitamin A. Frytol. Love your food, love your life.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
It's been a long while. See, I have some oil. I'm sure you're going to like it. Eh? Which oil have you bought?
Our very own Frytol cooking oil. Now they have it in sachets too. It is a naturally cholesterol-free vegetable oil, very affordable and fortified with vitamin A.
Hey, Frytol sachet, such a cutie.
Not only that, it is hygienic, safe and trusted. Our very own Frytol. You better start selling Frytol sachet if you still want me as a customer.
Customer pa. Very soon, you will see me live and colored with Frytol sachet. Eh? You're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere, cry.
Cook conveniently with Frytol cooking oil sachet. Available in different sizes. Frytol cooking oil. Love your food, love your life.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Welcome back. Let's go over to the Accra auditions and witness what happens with the Q&A session. Let's watch a little bit of the drama as the contestants justify why they should be kept in the competition. Stay with us.
So slowly but surely, we are separating the boys from the men, the girls from the women, and of course the pros from the amateurs. We are here at the Accra Technical University for phase 2 of the competition, and guess what? 30 contestants have made it through to the next stage of the competition, which is the questions and answer segment.
Let's just say you won this contest and you've got the prize money and you open up your nice business. What would you say would be your best selling point?
My
best selling point.
My best selling point. Please, the question again.
Why do you like cooking?
I fell in love with cooking as an art and a science. I've always been fascinated by how little simple things can be put together to form a complicated new dish.
What is a reshuffle dish?
A reshuffle dish is a dish that has been prepared and being prepared again.
My name is Francis Dofenyo from the Volta region of Ghana, currently at Abekan. I grew up in the midst of 4 boys, which I'm the third born in the family. I was brought up by my mom. Being brought up by a single mother hasn't been an easy journey at all. There are so many times that we have to go to bed with an empty stomach. I remember when I was in class 4, that was when the hardship started. My mom, selfish. What I do is, at that time, we have the morning shift and then the afternoon shift. When I'm for morning, I have to go and sell fish to gather money in order to survive. So when I sell the fish in the afternoon around 12 o'clock, I go to school.
I'll call myself Dofenyo Francis, the CEO of Sozo Group and Companies, which the Sozo Group and Companies is a brand name, which I'm going to have a lot of companies under them. For example, I'm going to have the Sozo Pizza under it. I'm going to have the Sozo Pork Pond business. I'm going to have the Sozo Sobolo business.
An entrepreneur is someone who brings up a business that is basically solving a problem.
In a scenario where you don't have what a customer orders for, which shouldn't be the case, but let's just say in a scenario where you don't have what a customer orders for, what do you do instead of letting the customer go?
I would recommend other things I have which are maybe similar to what the person asked for or something closer to what the customer asked for.
Okay, and what if whatever is close to it or far away from it is not sitting right with the customer? What else do you do?
Advise the customer to taste have a free taste, not to pay for it. And then advise myself and then tell the customer that next time that person comes in, I'll be sure to have whatever he or she asked for.
Can you tell me a little bit about your business in a sentence or two? A very salient information about how you started, how difficult it is, how you want to grow it, in a sentence or two, if you can tell me that.
I chose a fast food business. I was looking at the community I'm coming from.
And that is?
Spintex, Kutubabi. It's populated though, and most of them are working. So right after work, coming back home to cook, it's a bit difficult for them. So I chose a fast food business. Right after work, you can pass by, get some, then.
Welcome again and congratulations contestants for making it to stage 2 of this competition. Stage 2 was based on your business and entrepreneurial knowledge or know-how, your eloquence again to defend your business sense and ideas and practices, and the confidence with which you do this. Zero, 1, 7, Georgina, come down again. 1, 1, 0, Evangeline, come down. Get close up the gap. Now, look at your colleagues here. It could be the last time you're seeing them. Look at them, wish them well in their business enterprise. Look at your colleagues up there, wish them well in their business enterprise. And if you have a prayer, pray. Ask God that you be one of those that stays in the competition. Let me think of the group that is staying in this competition. And again, before I announce that group, on behalf of Wilma Africa, Frytol, the brand that is enriching the lives of the contestants that we're seeing here and those that will be selected to go into the next stage, I say thank you for your patience. It's been a long day, but you have sacrificed to be here. If it's not for the love of the brand, I don't think you will be here. If it's not for the love of the award money, 100,000 Ghana cedis, I don't think you will sacrifice your whole day and be here. But for that sacrifice you have put in, some contestants are going to go through into the actual contest, the stage 3, that you are going to cook for judges to sample and see if you really deserve Frytol to give you that money to set up a business, or you are a contestant that have spent time to waste your day unnecessarily to be here. Today, to the next stage will decide that. But for now, the contestants that are standing here, can you turn back and look at the contestant upstage? Wave at them and bid them farewell. Those up there, wave at those down and bid them farewell, because one group is separated. Now turn, those down, turn and face me. So the contestants on the platform, congratulations for coming into Frytol Enriching Lives competitions. You have passed to go out of the competition. Thank you. You have existed the competition.
Hey, customer, it's been a long while. See, I have some oil. I'm sure you're going to like it. Eh? Which oil have you bought?
Our very own Frytol cooking oil. Now they have it in sachets too. It is a naturally cholesterol-free vegetable oil, very affordable, and fortified with vitamin A.
Hey, Frytol sachet, such a cutie.
Not only that, It is hygienic, safe, and trusted. Our very own Frytol. You better start selling Frytol sachet if you still want me as a customer.
Customer pa, very soon you will see me live and colored with Frytol sachet. You're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere, cry.
Cook conveniently with Frytol cooking oil sachet, available in different sizes. Frytol cooking oil. Love your food, love your life.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Welcome to Ghana's premier city-centered beach resort, La Palm Royal Beach Hotel. Hugging the shores of the Atlantic, La Palm is located inside 30 acres of lush lawns and landscape gardens. From the moment you step through our doors, you are sure to be inspired by the unique design and facilities of La Palm Royal Beach Hotel. La Palm Royal Beach Hotel. Exceed your expectations with a perfect medley of great service and intriguing facilities with a unique Ghanaian touch. We look forward to your next visit. La Palm Royal Beach Hotel. Uniquely golden, traditionally Ghanaian.
Welcome back, viewers. I'm sure you enjoyed that drama. But before we go into that, I've got an amazing guest in the studio. Her name is Na Nti. She's an agribusiness entrepreneur. Na is the CEO of Garden to Plate. Na, you're welcome to the studio.
Thank you, Julia. Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you here. So, Garden to Plate, the name is so simple, from the garden to the plate.
Absolutely.
How did that come about?
So Garden to Plate started as a labor of love for myself. I moved to Ghana in 2012 and I couldn't find the kind of vegetables I wanted to eat. Particularly, I was worried about lettuce that was grown with gutter water, something that my mother, had always made noise about. So I decided to grow it myself. I was growing more than I could eat and I was giving it away, and everyone was like, this is so good, you must have a business out of it. It took a while for them to convince me because that's not the plan I had when I moved to Ghana. But 5 years down the line, here we are.
That sounds really interesting. What about dressings? Are you into that as well?
Yes, we make salad dressings and salads. We make our own salad dressings. But when you have fresh salad dressings, I'm sure Chef Joe will agree, it's actually more interesting, makes salad more interesting, because I always say a tomato is a tomato, as is lettuce, as is cucumber. So what gives the kicker to your salad is your salad dressing. So we make our own salad dressings too.
Wow, that's wonderful. Well, we've just witnessed the Q&A session on entrepreneurship at the Accra auditions. What do you think are the fundamental things we should be looking at in selecting the contestants?
I think you need to look for a contestant who's self-motivating as well. So I know there's a wonderful package of 100,000 CDs as an award, but you want someone who will make good use of that money. So as much as they're going to get training, you want someone who is going to go out of their limb to do their own research as well. I'm self-taught. You talked about me having 7 different types of mint. When I started, I only knew one. In fact, I only knew 2. The normal mint we have and peppermint. But I do my own research. I go on YouTube. I love cooking myself. So I'm always looking, what else can I do? What can I do differently? So you have to look for someone who is willing to take all that training and run with it. Questions. They should be someone who's asking questions. And if you make a mistake, it's okay. It's how you recover from that mistake that matters most. So don't be too worried about making a mistake. Go out of a limb. Someone who's going to put things that don't make sense in sense of taste, ingredients that may not make sense, but actually it shows they're being innovative. It means that they're going to push that boat out a little bit more. That's what I'd look out for. Contestant who wants to be their best.
Well said, well said. Chef, upon watching, you were there yourself.
That's right.
In terms of the attributes that have been laid out here by now, do you think there's some of the contestants that are already exhibiting that?
Yes, I think some of them are, because you can see that when they were asked about the business questions, entrepreneurship questions, they didn't go by the norm, the traditional explanation and the qualities of food, but they looked at themselves and they explained it with who they are. So I guess that is what and I guess we saw a bit of adventure in there. someone wants to affect other people in the community, but she wants to go through culinary. And so I believe that is adventure enough. So what sort of business will I do to affect such people? You don't just go do the normal business thing. So these are some of the qualities that I think we solicited from, and I think we'll go together.
When it comes to food, I mean, you've got to be special because there's so many people in the food business that you've got to work towards making yourself unique and different. What is it that is going to pull people to your restaurant and not to the next? Or what would anybody come to you for as opposed to the next person? Wow, interesting things. Well, so that was for Accra, the Accra Q&A session. Let's just go and see what happened for the Q&A in Kumasi. Stay with us.
So we are still here at the audition grounds at Kumasi Technical University for phase 2 of the competition. And fortunately for some contestants, they have been counted among the 30 who are going to the next stage, which is the question and answer segment. Let's go find out from them how they feel as they stand a chance to become the first Frytol Enriching Lives cooking champion. I've got a fine gentleman right next to me. He's so fine, I just wish he could cook, just so he can be in the kitchen as well. Please, your name?
I'm Goba Livingston.
I'm Prince Musa Said.
So how long have you been cooking for?
I think since childhood.
Everyone is saying they've been cooking since they've been kids. I wonder how true that is.
Well, I've been cooking since I was a kid, but then professionally, I would say I've been in the industry close to like 12 years.
We should send you beer, okay, can't see, and you beer, or change or better 100,000 Ghana cedis now couldn't feel. We shall, we bet me and know the end manas and your
Oh. From my experience, no, I work kitchen, outside the kitchen. I think I can do something better.
Profubaka then skill and then competence.
Okay. We hear there's skills of curiosity as entrepreneur, because as entrepreneur I need to be curious for finding problems that people are not able to solve. My competitors, it is a threat to them. They are not able to solve. So as a curious entrepreneur, I find these problems and then solve it with my own advantage, as competitive advantage. When I solve that particular problem, it's an advantage to me, and then a threat to my competitors who are not able to solve that particular problem.
How is solving a problem an advantage to you?
Yes, but I believe that I, as an entrepreneur, I use a SWOT analysis tool as an abbreviation for strength, weakness, opportunity, and threats.
Why is SWOT wow brow? Why is SWOT analysis before wow brow? Until weaknesses pa one idea.
Bianca, weakness I'm certain school at times say me carry one project and as activity ayana me pay results no quite so say adebi the pumana amami
yamawa kunyana and the sikana mawa. How are you going to manage it?
First and foremost, I'm already running a small business from home, and the base is orderly based. I take in orders, in short.
Okay.
So I run the cake section and the food section, which I have to Instagram account, so people could reach me from both accounts.
Na sikano nim sikado do. Unim sikano do.
Na I want to have 1.5.
Okay.
It is a minya bear 60 million, but make my 60, half a bear 40. Now it's one so. Yeah, one here 100 this year 90. Debate my friend, that's what so I can.
Yeah, make a sikano work competition, you know. Atiti sikano opepe baako ni asem na yeka. Opepe baako opepe baako 1 billion. So, Mati, Auntie Messi, better was in the prayer.
I'm Albert Atabwa Medram, now 21 years of age. I come from the Ashanti region, specifically the Antwerp town. I reside at Kukufredia, the Atruman, Wabiaja district. I'm a student of Kumasi Technical University currently. I had my basic education Boy International School, and then I pursued home economics in Jachi Pram. So it has always been my dream to be an African chef, even from infancy. Even though facing challenges as a young guy coming up, people rather thought of me pursuing courses like science or these business kind of courses, but then it has always been my passion to cook. I'm really interested in cooking, and so if I should win this 100,000 Ghana cedis, I have the vision of opening a restaurant solely on plantain food.
Albert, welcome.
Thank you, sir.
And congratulations for coming this far.
Thank you.
Yes, Albert, tell me what you understand when we say business, when we say somebody is doing his own business. What is it in it that makes you think that it's a thing you would desire to enter business? I'm a businessman, I'm an entrepreneur. How do you understand it?
Thank you. First of all, I see people who do business as a solution to problems of our society, because whatsoever business idea that they generate, the main concept behind is to solve a problem and then to give back to society.
So Albert, assuming you win Frytol Enriching Lives and 100,000 Ghana cedis is given to you, how do you intend to use it to start up a business? And what business do you want to invest it in?
I'm thinking of innovating a plantain fried rice.
How?
My project work was around the cocoyam fried rice, and so in that same technique I can work with the plantain.
Are you a student?
Yes, please.
Or you were working already?
I'm a student.
You're still in school?
I completed this year. I have waited graduation.
My name is Adrina Mingayala Fano. I'm 20 years of age and from the Upper West region of Ghana. I come from a family of just two and a single parent mother who takes care of the two of us. It hasn't been easy for her, we all know, being a single parent, but God being so good, she's brought us this far. Coming this journey isn't easy. Winning 100,000 Ghana at my age, people see me to be dreaming and thinking of a whole lot that cannot happen, but I believe I would make it. Studying human resource management in the university has been one of my challenges because people say, how can you be a cook when you're studying human resource management? Nothing related to food. SHS has also been the same because I studied business administration, which has nothing to be related to cooking. But the passion and the story behind the passion is what I believe keeps you going.
Do you know that this competition has 100,000 Ghana cedis as an award?
Yes.
In the case where the winner goes through all the stages and becomes the winner of this huge, phenomenal, never happened money reward, what will you do with it?
First of all, I would analyze my business idea, which is starting an issue, the expenses involved in starting an issue, the people I'm working with, how do I motivate them to bring out their best, how I am doing it, where I am located, what I am serving the people, is it in the right quantity and quality, is it according to their nutritional value? All these are things I need to know.
For the decision to take part in this competition or the auditioning in Kumasi, and then for the long day that you sacrifice to stay, on my own behalf and on the behalf of all the judges that took part in this auditioning, we want to say thank you and congratulations. Notwithstanding, on the behalf of Wilma Africa, and specifically on the behalf of Frytol Cooking Oil, the 100% cholesterol-free cooking oil, I want to say thank you for coming. For the numbers that came in for this auditioning, we have a limit that we can select into the next stage of the competition. I am going to mention names. And when you hear your name, step out of the group and move forward. Mavis Ampedu, Enoch Edu, Ruth Opoku Aduma, Francis Biole, Wilhelmina Mensah Asante, Daniel Lomote, Osei Owusu Beham, Samuel Amenuku, and Raymond Kokobo. Thank you very much. You are out of the competition. The 10, thank you very much. So you can go home. You are out of the competition. Now, this other group of 10 should move forward. Georgina, Albert, Edwina, Gladys, Rafiatu, Evangeline, Jeffrey, Eva, Livingston, and Jasmine. Now, the rest of the group of 10 standing behind, may you part into groups of 5 and come to the wings of the 10 standing in front of me and face in. One group is going to go home, and the other is going to go into the cooking competition tomorrow. And before I do that, I got to know that networking is as equally important as a certificate of education. So I would want you to look at each other's faces. This group look at this group. Bid farewell. If you want to take any contacts, place a sign when you close, you take those contacts. And now, one of the groups have decided to still continue to vie for the 10,000 Ghana cedis, and the other has given it away. And out of the group that is going into the next stage, which is the actual cooking, only 3 out of the 10 will go into the National House. And so there is still a long way ahead. The road is not ended yet, even though you have made it through this stage. And the group that is going on into the next stage of the competition are the group facing me have made it to the next stage of the competition. Congratulations.
So don't forget your onions, but most importantly, choosing the right oil makes all the difference. That is why I always choose Frytol.
So what's the story behind Frytol?
At Wilma, where Frytol is made, each and every worker wakes up with you in mind.
Really?
And for the millions of other homes too. There, the experts ensure every bottle of Frytol is rich with great taste that creates memories to last a lifetime. That is why I add required amounts of Frytol to taste. Frytol is a cholesterol-free oil fortified with vitamin A.
Now I know why you cook with Frytol.
Yes, and it's the choice of cooking oil in millions of other homes.
Yes, Dad.
Enjoy great tasting meals with Frytol, a cholesterol-free cooking oil fortified with vitamin A. Frytol. Love your food, love your life.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
It's been a long while. See, I have some oil. I'm sure you're going to like it. Eh? Which oil have you bought?
Our very own Frytol cooking oil. Now they have it in sachets too. It is a naturally cholesterol-free vegetable oil, very affordable and fortified with vitamin A.
Hey, Frytol sachet, such a cutie.
Not only that, it is hygienic, safe and trusted. Our very own Frytol. You better start selling Frytol sachet if you still want me as a customer.
Customer pa. Very soon, you will see me live and colored with Frytol sachet. Eh? You're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere, cry.
Cook conveniently with Frytol cooking oil sachet, available in different sizes. Frytol cooking oil. Love your food, love your life.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Welcome back. Customer service. I mean, how important is it, Chef, do you think?
I think if it's not the most important, it's one of the highest important, because how can you be selling service? Because culinary is service, intangible. And then I leave your place with an attitude you showed me that is not pleasant. It doesn't matter how good the meal is. So customer service becomes very important here.
I find that it's sorely lacking. And I hope that we can identify the key things that are important when it comes to excellent customer service, because there's no point in having that good product and you come across negatively and they don't want to visit you anymore to buy your food. And Chef, you always talk about how the restaurant experience is intangible, and therefore it's very important as to what experience anybody visiting your place. The same with Garden to Place. Yes, they have the product, but at the end of the day, it's something that you eat. It's an experience.
Absolutely.
So you've got to have the excellent customer service to go with it.
Sure.
You know.
I mean, it is really important. I can't, stress how important your customer service is, because that's the impression someone leaves away with. You know, how someone feels determines whether they come back. So they will come back if they left feeling good. And it's not about, it's not that you won't make a mistake. You'll make a mistake. We're human. We will make mistakes. My question is, when you make that mistake, how do you respond to it? So when your customer says, I wasn't happy with this, are you angry? Are you upset? Are you always right and your customer is always wrong? In fact, we have something I say to the ladies who work for me, our customer is always right. Yes. And that's not necessarily true.
Right.
But for me, how that person walks away and feels is really important. Bear in mind, my business doesn't advertise. So most people who know about Garden to Place know about it word of mouth.
Right.
So if I always tell them, the same mouths that go and tell people how wonderful we are the same mouths that are going to go and tell people how bad we are.
That's right.
So customer service is key. People will come back if they leave feeling welcomed, if they feel that you went that extra mile. And people will come back. People respond. We're human. We respond to how we're treated. So if you treat your customers well, they will come back. And also the other thing about food is that, we never cross-sell. So my typical experience in Ghana of going to a restaurant is you finish eating, they never offer you what else is on the plate. They never tell you what else is on the menu. No one would come to you and say, this is what we have for dessert.
Right.
So I guess the other thing for your entrepreneurs is to start thinking about their staff and their training. There's no point having people cooking and the people having never tasted what you're cooking. Yeah. You've never given them what you're cooking. How do you expect them to?
That is so true.
How do you expect them to sell it?
Yes.
They cannot sell it if they don't know what, we do that. We make our customers taste. I mean, I make the girls who work for me taste. Salad is not something they would naturally eat, but every one of them eats a salad because I make them do it. And I say, you can't sell something you do not know. It's as simple as that.
Yes, that's so true, because there's been a few occasions where, we've entered a restaurant and said to the waiter, oh, that thing on the menu, what does it taste like? What is it? They're like,
I don't know. And they'll be blunt.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. And they don't find there's anything wrong with it. They walk straight off to the chef, go into the kitchen, and they say, oh, the lady is asking them, what is this, that, and that. A dear in a womb.
I like that.
They don't even know what it entails,
Yeah, that's right. But it's not their fault. And that's what I want to stress. We all go in and we always think it's the waiter's fault. It's not their fault. I would always put that on the owner. I put that onus on the owner and the manager. It's their job to make sure that whoever you have, so entrepreneurs out there, contestants, start thinking the onus is on you. You have to make sure the people working for you understand your vision, they know what you want to do, and you're working with them and you're training them. You're helping them, training them. Let them taste the food. Tell them what the ingredients are in the food. Tell them why you're doing what you're doing. And human beings respond to kindness, so be kind. That's the other thing I'm going to say, be kind.
Very well said. We'll just go over and see what happened in Tamale on the questions and answer segment. Stay with us.
Mr. Livingston, congratulations for making it to this stage.
Thank you.
You are one of the resilient characters, and you came to Kumasi, you didn't make it, and you came to Tamale. creativity. How do you think it will become an important skill if you are running a catering business?
When we talk about creativity, we're looking at something unique, something that isn't that common on the market, something that probably is on a high demand to please customers in terms of bringing on board something that is not too common in the industry.
My name is Constance Al-Hassan. I am from Upper East Region, precisely URC under the Fumbisi district.
Auntie Constance, what qualities or competencies will you look out for in an employee or a staff to delegate responsibility to?
An employee should be able to communicate with the customers, should be able to know the job at hand, and then should be able to work with in a group of people.
Zaimatu, what brought you here this morning, bright and early? What woke you up this morning?
Actually, I'm here for some audition.
Okay.
Frytol Enriching live
cooking competition.
How would you use this money judiciously?
I think that word judicially is...
Judicious. Usually meticulous, probably. Zainab, 100 Ghana 1,000 cities. You're investing in business. What would be your first decision if the money is handed over to you just like that?
I'll plan by how to open the business by using the money to buy the ingredients and also the place.
I like the word plan, but what will you do? The money is handed over into your hands physically. What would be your first action?
I'll use it to buy what will help me to go into a business.
I'm listening.
Like the foodstuffs and the ingredients, utensils and all things.
Thank you very much for coming through.
We are still on the 100,000 Ghana. We want someone who will win that money and use it wisely and make a turnover, a roll-on of that money within a short period of time. What will you do if you get that money?
Okay. I'll use it and open a restaurant and then make sure that the food I prepare there is delicious and appealing to attract more customers.
I make pastries on my own, going around selling. So when I get this 100,000, it will help me to build myself a big place so that I'll use it.
I'll have a restaurant on my own. Then with the rest of the money, I could now use it to help myself as to get to what I want to achieve.
Obviously, I'd set up a business so that I can make profits. So I won't just give out. So I'll set up a business, which is an eatery or a food business, a restaurant.
Before you set up the business, what will you do?
What would I do with the money?
You have won the award,
okay.
The competition, Frytol Enriching Lives, National Ghana, the first ever edition.
Okay, I'll be excited, overwhelmed.
Unfortunately, this is where it all ends for most of these contestants. We are done with the question and answers. Now, the judges are going to select the top 10 that are going to cook off against each other in order to gain themselves a spot in the final 3 who will represent Zone 3 in Accra.
Thank you, contestants, and congratulations for making it to this stage of the Frytol Enriching Lives that Wilma Africa brings to us. You have vowed to win the 100,000 Ghana cedis. There are 15 of you that we are yet to make a decision. And therefore, when I mention your names, you will step out and go downstairs and wait for us. Lydia Adamu Asimba, Irene Enyim, Josephine Ngimba 081, Neymar Isa, Francisca Adade, Evangeline Na, Livingston Goba, Florence Daly, Constance Al-Hassan, Hajia Matilda Casey, Yakubu Abdul Ganui, Haruna Dilia, Edwina Parkson, Jima Rukia, Zara Mohammed. For those of you standing here right now and currently, you have managed to come through this far of the Frytol Enriching Lives competition, and you desire to win the 100,000 Ghana cedis. At the end of the collation, both judges were unanimous in the decision that we took, and so we believe the fairness of it is here. The Frytol Enriching Lives, 100,000 Ghana cedis. You, standing in front of me, have confidently, boldly thrown it off over the window, and so you are evicted. You are out of the competition. Overall, 10 of you will go on to the other stage of the competition. The rest of you might not go into the competition. Now, if you hear your name, just move a step forward and give me a roll. Zara Mohammed, Jima Rukia, Edwina Park Singh, Haruna Delia, Yakubu Ganui, forgive me if I'm not pronouncing the names well, Jima Rukia, Florence Deli, and Livingston Goba. And for those of you standing here right now and currently, you have managed to come through this far of the Frytol Enriching Lives competition, and you desire to win the 100,000 Ghana cedis. We took you through the questions and answers, the identification of the ingredients, and you fairly convinced and satisfied both judges. You are here, and we know that for your responses, you did not just give us mere head knowledge of what theoretical things, but you brought real life application to them. At the end of the collation, both judges were unanimous in the decision that we took, and so we believe the fairness of it is here. We do not have the reason to banter why one person should be in or out, but unanimously a decision was made on you. The Frytol Enriching Lives competition, the Tamale auditioning, the first two stages, the 10 of you standing in front of me have, and not with the full satisfaction, have made it into the next stage of the competition. Congratulations. And the 4 at the back, you are unfortunately out of the competition.
So don't forget your onions, but most importantly, choosing the right oil makes all the difference. That is why I always choose Frytol.
So what's the story behind Frytol?
At Wilma, where Frytol is made, each and every worker wakes up with you in mind.
Really?
And for the millions of other homes too. There, the experts ensure every bottle of Frytol is rich with great taste that creates memories to last their lifetime. That is why I add required amounts of Frytol to taste. Frytol is a cholesterol-free oil fortified with vitamin A.
Now I know why you cook with Frytol.
Yes, and it's the choice of cooking oil in millions of other homes.
Yes, Dad.
Enjoy great tasting meals with Frytol, a cholesterol-free cooking oil fortified with vitamin A. Frytol, love your food, love your life. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Welcome to Ghana's premier city-centered beach resort, La Palm Royal Beach Hotel. Hugging the shores of the Atlantic, La Palm is located inside 30 acres of lush lawns and landscape gardens. From the moment you step through our doors, you are sure to be inspired by the unique design and facilities of La Palm Royal Beach Hotel. La Palm Royal Beach Hotel. Exceed your expectations with the perfect medley of great service and intriguing facilities with a unique Ghanaian touch. We look forward to your next visit. La Palm Royal Beach Hotel. Uniquely golden, traditionally Ghanaian.
Welcome back. Well, that was Tamale. Chef, what did you think?
Again, being on this Frytol Enriching Lives, it's a learning curve. When I say learning curve for me, is that you are appreciating the macro problems of the country. You're appreciating it in the individual. You can see why we are who we are. Right. And I believe this program will, in a small way, is going to catapult that change that I think we're all looking for. Because in the Q&A, when you ask them questions, you realize that people, for instance, you ask someone, what role will passion play in entrepreneurship? They think, you look at their facial expression, passion to entrepreneurship. I'm going to look for money. You're talking about passion, problem solving, and they are like. And so I believe that by the time we have finished this program, we're going to kickstart some change. Sure.
That sounds wonderful. Now, how important is it? Chef just mentioned problem solving.
Very important. You need to be able to think on your feet. Simply because, anything can happen. Something can go wrong. So you have ingredients, you're about to make a meal, cook something, and all of a sudden you find that you've run out of a particular ingredient that you need. What do? And one of the things you probably need to do is to quickly find out what can you use as a substitute, and find if you have that substitute, or you may have to tweak that menu. So you do need to think on your feet. And customers will throw anything at you and everything at you. So again, how do you respond? How do you solve the problem? And you have to be proactive. You have to be strategic in your thinking. If this happens, this is what I'm going to do. And if this doesn't happen, you just have to plan it and you have to think. So problem solving is really important all the time.
Wow. So if you're going to be able to just think on your feet, you've always got to have a plan.
Definitely.
You've always got to have a backup plan.
Absolutely.
Right?
Exactly.
I always say, I always have a backup of a backup.
Absolutely.
Just a backup.
The B's and the C's.
Exactly.
You definitely have to have B's and C's. You just never know. You just never know. Wow. It might go smoothly, but you must always ask yourself, what if it doesn't? What will I do? If it doesn't happen, what will I do? I've seen, the competitions where you see people totally get it wrong and they still win. And they only won because they were able to think on their feet and convince the judges I'm the one that you should pick. So problem solving, think. Have a plan B, contestants. Always have plan B and C.
Exactly, because in even cooking, you could burn your food.
Absolutely.
And then what happens?
That's right. Or the alternative where you have to use egg as a binding agent in a meal and you don't have egg in the kitchen. What do? There are other things that have that binding quality.
Absolutely.
How would they play a role in there? What quantity will come in there that no one will see that? No, there are a lot of things that you can do in the kitchen. I need a particular herb, like she's saying. I don't have that herb. What else is close to it to give me that? And so we find our way through. So
it's about being innovative. It's about thinking on your feet. It's about being open. Research. And find out what is out there and ask questions.
There's nothing wrong asking. I always tell people, I'd rather you asked and got it right than just mumbled your way and made a mistake. And I don't hold it. In fact, I appreciate that you asked. So ask questions. You don't know, ask someone who knows. Phone a friend, as they say. Take the phone, call someone, go on the internet, search. There's so much information out there. I mean, this is a generation that actually have so much at their fingertips. We weren't that lucky. We had to use encyclopedias and ask, but they have no excuse. There is no excuse. There's no excuse. Just ask.
Well, having said that, I think the environment has also got to be right for people to want to ask questions and for people to want to learn, which is why I think this is a great thing that Frytol are doing. They're creating that platform where people can actually end their concerns. They can put their best foot forward, and you know, it's on merit. It's not about who you know or what connection you have. It's purely about your skill and your passion to be an entrepreneur.
And I must say, congratulations to Frytol. For someone like me who's passionate about food and cooking and customer service, I mean, I'm rooting for this all the way, and I will be glued. I want to see who wins this and where this goes.
Interesting to hear.
Life-changing.
Life-changing. Life-changing.
So there you are. You've just witnessed the Q&A sessions of the auditions. This is where we tested out what these contestants know when it comes to entrepreneurial skills. We started off with 90 people, which have now been whittled down to 10 from each zone. These 30 are going to go ahead against each other in the kitchen. We want to see how they combine those ingredients in the kitchen, and want to see what they have in terms of culinary arts. I told you in the beginning, you do not want to miss this show. This is the biggest cooking reality TV show. The winner gets to go away with 100,000 Ghana cedis business investment from Frytol. Until the same time next week, it's bye-bye for now.
Next week on Frytol Enriching Lives.
You may start work.
The cooking has begun.
Can you cook? You got the skills, you got the look. Believe in yourself. Frytol Enriching Lives. Frytol Enriching Lives. Frytol Enriching Lives. Wanna own a business. Frytol Enriching Lives.
I feel like squashing your stuff with raw onions are an abomination.
Frytol Enriching Lives.
All hands up.
The wait to find out who our final 10 contestants are will finally be over.
Don't dare that.
30 people from across Accra, Kumasi and Tamale will compete. But who amongst them will make it through to the main competition and stand the chance of winning the grand prize of 100,000 Ghana cedis?
Can you cook? You got the skills, you got the look. Believe in yourself. Frytol Enriching Lives. Frytol Enriching Lives. Wanna be a star. Frytol Enriching Lives.